On the last part, we make it through the Universe 6 tournament arc where most of the events occur as usual, with Goku first defeating Butamo, then facing off against Frost. Due to Goku being stronger in this version of events, his base form is already able to overwhelm Frost's final form. However, Frost resorts to using poison needles, and just like that, base Goku is defeated and out of the contest. As usual, Frost gets outed, and Vegeta then faces off against Frost, obliterating him in one punch. Now, most of the events after that stays the same, so we skip straight over to the Vegeta vs Hit fight. Vegeta could tell that Hit was a powerful opponent, so decides to go to Super Saiyan Blue right away. However, the first exchange makes Vegeta realize that Super Saiyan Blue might not be enough, as Hit was able to overwhelm him with the time skip, which Vegeta is still unaware of at this point of time. Vegeta doesn't know how to counter Hit's time skip, but he decides to do so with overwhelming and pure power. He transforms into Ultra Ego. The leap in power from Super Saiyan Blue to this is astronomical, and even Hit is surprised at this aspect. Hit tries to land many punches on Ultra Ego Vegeta, however they seem to have no effect and even seem to power Vegeta up. And just like that, Vegeta overwhelms Hit with just a single punch. Hit is gravely injured from the punch as he tries to power up even more, advancing his time skip even further to a full second. However, Ultra Ego Vegeta just leaks and bounds ahead of Hit, and just like that, Hit is eliminated from the Universe 6 tournament, granting Beerus the win over Champa. And now we move over into the Goku Black or Future Trunks saga. However, instead of Goku Black this time around, it's Vegeta Black, as Zamasu never got to see Goku fight Hit. Instead, Vegeta was the one who fought Hit. However, this is where the events of the Future Trunks saga start to deviate largely. Vegeta is pissed off that there was an imposter impersonating him and hitting and killing his future son. So Ultra Ego Vegeta then faces off against Vegeta Black. Unfortunately for Vegeta Black is just no match for Ultra Ego Vegeta at this point in time. He was still not accustomed to this new body. And just like that, the threat is taken care of and Trunks takes his leave into the future. Trunks reunites with Mai, and things seem all well and good. However, a sinister presence was lurking in the distance. Who was this unknown adversary? Will Trunks be able to overcome this threat, or will he have to resort to the help of the present timeline again? Well, these are all questions we'll answer today on Dragon Ball Super. As Trunks recounts the events that occurred in the present timeline to Mai, the unknown adversary reveals himself to be none other than Zamasu. Zamasu was here awaiting Vegeta Black's return, yet he didn't seem to make his return at all. So Zamasu decides to go and interrogate Trunks, attacking the base that Trunks was in. Trunks immediately senses the Ki Blast flying his way, using his sword to deflect the Ki Blast straight back towards Zamasu. Zamasu dodges the Ki Blast, and Trunks immediately lunges forward with his sword, trying to take out Zamasu as far as possible. He wasn't sure who this person was, however, he seemed like a threat, and he was going to take care of him as quickly as possible. Trunks plunges the sword straight into Zamasu's chest, and Zamasu, however, had a smug expression on his face. Trunks was kinda confused. Wasn't Zamasu done for? However, Zamasu reveals himself to be immortal, the wound completely disappearing as he plunges the sword straight back out of his chest. Zamasu explains that he had used the Super Dragon Balls to wish for immortality. There was no way Trunks could defeat him. Trunks transforms into Super Saiyan 2, trying to do the best he could, trying to eradicate Zamasu fully, seeing whether this was similar to the experience he had with Majin Buu. However, Zamasu just regenerates from nothing. Even when a single atom did not remain, Zamasu was still able to come back fully. Zamasu taunts Trunks, telling him not to waste his time any longer, and Trunks decides to take his advice, escaping through the time machine back into the present timeline. Trunks explains the situation to everyone, and everyone was at a loss for words. Honestly, they didn't really know how to deal with an immortal individual. Goku actually suggested using the Fuba technique, sealing Zamasu away for good. However, after Beerus gives Whis permission, Whis decides to interject into the conversation. After all, this was involving the gods, and Whis and Beerus had an obligation to step in. Whis suggests that they could seal Zamasu away, but with a more advanced method, passing Trunks a weird looking sword, and Trunks immediately recognizes this sword. This looked identical to the Z sword that he trained with on the Supreme Kai planet. Trunks was kinda confused. What did that have to do with like sealing away Zamasu? And Whis explains, this sword, when used to tap Zamasu, will be able to seal Zamasu inside the sword permanently and for good as long as the sword doesn't break. Trunks honestly thinks this is a pretty good idea, and decides to seek out Whis' suggestion as he travels back into his own timeline. Trunks honestly is more than strong enough to contend with Zamasu on his own in Super Saiyan 2. So once again, he powers up to Super Saiyan 2, going full power and lunging straight at Zamasu. And honestly, Zamasu is just completely confident and smart. He just takes Trunks' attacks head on without even bothering to attack. He mocks Trunks, telling Trunks that what he's doing was futile and there was nothing he could do. However, Trunks suddenly takes up another sword, and Zamasu doesn't recognize this sword. What was another sword gonna do? It's not like slicing him into pieces was gonna work. However, as Trunks slices Zamasu, Zamasu is sealed away in the sword for good as he disappears from existence. Trunks powers down, happy that he has saved the day, and this time not really needing help from Goku and Vegeta. But anyways, now we move into the final saga of Dragon Ball Super, aka the Universal Survival Saga. Let's skip past most of the details. The Zeno exhibition match does not happen. Without future Zeno there, it's just pretty much no need for the Zeno Expo. As usual, Goku consults Zeno about the tournament, and Zeno decides to hold it just with a small little twist. All the universes were gonna be erased if they lost. Yep. Goku knows he kinda messed up. Just a little bit, just a teeny tiny bit. However, he needed to start recruiting people immediately. So that's what he does, traveling over to Capsule Corporation. After some careful brainstorming, bribing, the saving of some island, the team is finally formed with Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, Gohan, Master Roshi, Tien Shinhan, Krillin, the two androids as well as Frieza. The entire team basically is the same. However, what varies greatly here is Goku and Vegeta's power. So let's take a look at Goku first. Goku has fully mastered Ultra Instinct Omen and is able to tap into it at will. He sometimes taps into Master Ultra Instinct when he's pushed to his limit. However, he's still unable to access it reliably. Meanwhile, Vegeta has also done his due work with Ultra Ego, being able to tap into it at will as well. However, Ultra Ego still kinda depletes his stamina pretty quickly, which is something he was trying to resolve. However, his power is still immensely more powerful than Goku at this point in time. So, with Vegeta basically leading the team and Goku just slightly behind him, how will the tournament go? Well, let's just go straight into the tournament. So, the start of the tournament remains the same, with the Grand Prix announcing the start and chaos erupting around the arena. As usual, Team Universe 7 is kinda befuddled at this. What are they gonna do? This is kinda crazy. And this is where we'll leave off for now. On the next part, we'll be going through the entire Tournament of Power. How will the Tournament of Power go? Well, these are all questions we'll answer on the next part on Dragon Ball Super.